sure you tune in to find out all the latest news. Let's go Rangers.
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
An unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, remember what's the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, remember what's the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York Rangers hockey.
Mike and the Mad Dog. Sports Radio 66 WFAN. They're talking sports, going at it as hard as they can. It's Mike and the Mad Dog on the Fan. Nothing can get by you. Turn it on and try it. Mike and the Mad Dog, WFAN.
Blueshirt Underground Show coming at you live on YouTube. My name is Jim, and as always, I'm joined on the other side by the one and only Eddie Geik. Eddie, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm fabulous, Mike. Let me tell you about the New York Rangers. They're in first place. They're doing great. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Absolutely great to be here. Great to be with the fans. And a good job. A great job by Gerard Gomez. One of the best. Good job.
See, unfortunately, we could both do Mad Dog. We need somebody that can do Mike.
I could do a little Mike, but I can't pull on it. The guy Gio on Boomer and Gio does a great Francesa.
Does he?
Yeah. Oh, he's fantastic. Sometimes he'll call in and fake out Boomer. He leaves the room. And
the guy that does those YouTube videos of Francesa, and I think he's one of the guys that hosts that Francesa con. He's fantastic, and he does like Mike Francesa narrating historical events.
Yeah.
So funny.
Sour Shoes from Stern.
Yes,
Sour Shoes does a great Francesa.
He does. He does a great Chris Russo too.
You would take us over Boomer and Gio?
So would I.
Well, I like Boomer.
Boomer's okay.
I would take my beloved partner in YouTube and myself over those two.
Right. It's fair to say we're the second greatest radio duo of all time.
And you know what?
Sports radio duo. How's that?
I feel like not enough people know it. That's why we come back time after time to prove it.
Right. To just continue to beat this 13-year dead horse.
Yes. And our legions of fans. I gotta say,
that's right.
Dedicated fans. I looked up a stat for
Big Action Bill. Thank you. That's his name. That's the guy that does the Francesa.
I'm gonna have to check him out. How come everybody has like a stupid name? I guess I was the mouth for a while, but everybody's got to have a name now. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I looked at I talked to the analytics department here.
Oh.
And
when do we get the budget for that?
Well, I basically went onto the YouTube and looked at the analytics. I am the analytics department.
All right.
And we do about an hour and a half, 45-minute show. weekly.
Yeah, hour and a half to 2 hours.
Which is a long time
Tonight will be
considering.
19 minutes.
Yeah, which is a long time considered in this day and age of the TikTok and the Instagram. Everything is a minute. Boom, bang, boom, bang. I mean, we bloviate,
Right.
but I think we entertain. And I always enjoy it. And I feel like when we've discussed enough and it's run out of gas, we end it.
We go to bed.
Yeah, we take some calls and then we go.
We talk to Cutter, and that ends the show.
Yeah.
That brings the show to a dead halt.
So, I was looking at the analytics staff with the Steve Vagistat.
All right.
Staff calls him. And approximately people watch this show. Now, I don't know what the audio podcast numbers are. About 40 to 50 minutes, which I consider pretty damn good.
I think that's pretty good. Like you said, in the era of instant gratification, give it to me in 2 minutes or less. Your TikTok videos, your Instagram videos.
Oh no,
I'll take that.
I mean, and the fact that people find it's entertaining or informational or whatever we do for 50 minutes, I'm heavily flattered. I'm flattered by that.
Exactly. See, Cutter's already yawning. He's here and he's already tired. He's already bringing the show.
He's got no stamina, and he's from Canada,
right?
Which they,
he's working at that Canadian Tire where they sell everything but tires.
Right. So, So listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy that you guys are with us, and God, does it feel great? Let me tell you. Oh boy, does it feel great to be a Ranger fan right at this very moment. It's been a long time, Jim. Long time since I felt this giddy about the Rangers.
Things are good. I'll grant you that.
Things are good. I mean, these wins are magical. I mean, they're magical. The New York, look at this, on top. In the Eastern Conference halfway through, there is nobody on God's green earth that saw this coming. Nobody. And the age of everybody has to be right. I'm right and you're wrong. I don't remember anybody saying, and hey, I'll be the first one to admit, and I'll go along with Jim, I wasn't too excited about this season. I was not. I came in salty. I came in sour. Go to sour juice. I came in sour. I was bitter. I just.
And you've sweetened.
Oh boy, am I sweetened! I'm
You're
diabetic
sweetened.
now. Are you kidding me? I'm insulin diabetic over these New York Rangers. I mean, it's magic. I mean, and even the losses, even the loss to Carolina. What hockey? I have been enjoying the Ranger games, the last 3 or 4 games especially, have been just so, it really just pinpoints it to me. It's the only sport, I'm not speaking for you, Jim, because I know, that I care about, that I am really invested in. It's hard to, come on. You Giant fans, you're going through a rough patch now, but to be invested in the New York Jets, you got to be a mental case. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to put your heart on your sleeve, you cannot do it with the New York Jets. And the Mets, I do care about the Mets, but baseball, I just can't do anymore. Beat the Mets. They're locked out. It's just. But with this hockey, I'm so into hockey now, and pretty soon the football's going to be done. And then, all the sports radio people, well, we're in the doldrums. Oh, no, I'm not. Jim isn't. The rest of you people aren't. Because it's hockey season. I mean, you got your basketball. Who really watches that anymore? All I know is that guy, Julius Randle, is pissing off everybody. He's pulling he's giving the finger to the fans or something, or thumbs down like the other guy. I mean, everybody's a malcontent now. Nobody's happy to play sports.
Right.
So I love the hockey that's being played. It's so tight. I will say right now, Kris Kreider, he's magical. He is magical. And I
Big ups.
Say,
first to admit, I didn't think he had it in him.
I never in a million years thought this guy was ever going to get 30 goals. We said in the all season, me and Jim, we were hammering this point. Where are the goals going to come from? I never thought in a million years that Kris Kreider would be on a 50-plus goal pace. Right?
30 goals before the end of January.
When he got 30, I was like, he's got 30. I mean, and everything he touches goes in. He's at the right place. He just parks in front of the net, and nobody seems to want to bother with him. And the puck is going right to his stick, and he's putting it in the net. And then of course, Ranger fan and us is like, can he do it next year? I ain't even worried about next year. Let's get the 50-plus, big boy. That's what I'm saying. It's magical. Adam Fox is out of this world legit. He is, it's only been a couple of years, but.
Just say it. Say it. We're all thinking it.
He may be better than Brian Leach.
Ooh, wow.
He may be better. Right now, he's playing
better skater, better hands.
Better defensively.
Better hands, better in the offensive zone. I don't think he's better in the defensive zone. Not yet. But, I mean, Jesus Christ, this guy's only, 23? 23, Eddie. We're going to be...
He's superstar legit.
This guy's going to be like Harry Howell. He's going to play till he's 45 on Broadway.
Maybe I'm just
40.
giddy in the moment.
Costa, 40 goals. That's for amateurs. Kris Kreider, 50 minimum.
There's 35-plus games left. You only think you're going to get 10? More.
Could be
going to 50.
Did you watch the whole game last night?
Yes.
Did you watch the MSG broadcast?
Yes.
Did you see the trivia question?
What was it again?
Who was the last Ranger to lead the NHL in goals?
Yes.
Now, did you have a guess? My guess was Bathgate. I was still 30 years too late.
Yeah, I know.
Lynn Patrick.
It's been a 30-game season or something.
I mean, it's just amazing how they've always mostly managed to be a competitive hockey team, but how little indentation they've made on the all-time, the annals of this league. Only 4 Stanley Cups, haven't had a goal-scoring champion in 75 years. A couple of Vezina winners, a couple of Hart trophies, a couple of Norris trophies. But, it's tough to compete with Montreal for 40 years for all those good players.
Oh, I know. It's didn't Sam or Joe? I think Sam guessed Yager or Joe guessed Yager.
Yeah, I think one said Yager, and I forget who the other one said. Yeah, I thought, for some reason, Andy Bathgate did it. But obviously I was wrong.
See, I mean, again, I'm far removed from seeing Leach play, and his last 3 or 4 years weren't all that great. We saw the decline of the great Brian Leach. And, Brian Leach he's a Hall of Fame. But right now, I don't see a guy who commands the ice like he does in the offensive zone. Leach was great at keeping the puck in. He was That power play is so lethal. And then he scores in the shootout last night. I said to my wife, I said, it's money in the bank. I said, he's money. He is money.
Since you're going to bring that up, I think we need to talk about a couple of the head-scratching things our coach has done lately.
Okay.
Speaking,
criticize the genius.
I'm just asking some. I'm asking some questions.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding with you. I don't really think the guy's.
I'm asking some questions. Why was Kris Kreider the first guy on the shootout last night? Kris Kreider, if I'm not mistaken, went the first 8 years of his career with having never taken a shootout. And I said that to Jen last night, and then he made that weak-ass move to the net, missed. And I said, and that's why we waited 8 years to see Kris Kreider in a shootout.
He was terrible. I questioned it right away too, Jim.
It's just not his specialty, and that's fine. Why is he up there first? Why is he your first stallion out of the gate?
Because this is it. This is what he was thinking. It's like a guy who's...
Cutter, shut the fuck up. I'm going to tell you right now. Shut up.
Shut up.
And I'll ban you from the chat if you keep using too many punctuation marks. What are you, 12? Go ahead.
Okay. It's like a guy who's playing blackjack, right? And he's playing like 40 hands in a row. I mean, this is like... And then he gets a 16 against a guy showing a 10. He says, hit.
Right.
He thinks he's so lucky. This guy is so hot that he's going
to lose.
He can't lose. Well, he threw a 6 and busted.
Right.
That's what his thinking was. It's like, this guy is so magic, as I have called him.
Right.
And I give credit. There are a lot of people we know that hung with Kris Kreider, Patty Duke being one of them, Nick Adams being another one that never said give up. Me and
Chris
Jonnet, me and Costa, and me and you, Jim. I really don't want to put Costa. We have, we've had our. We felt that he had a ceiling,
right?
He had a Rod ceiling, but he doesn't, or a Rick ceiling. It's just right now he's out of this world. The goals are just coming when he's leading the entire NHL. I was like, whoa. So, right now he is on, as you would say, and have documented, on fire. He's just been tremendous. Also. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the other night against Arizona, that was the night he had the hat trick, right, against Arizona. So he finishes the night with 29 goals and leading the NHL. And I'm like, wow, Kris Kreider is leading the NHL in scoring. And then that fucking Ovechkin's got to score 2 goals in his game to tie Kris Kreider. Well, last night, Kris Kreider got his 30th. And Ovechkin got a big old O. Yep. Big old donut. So Kris Kreider laid his head on the pillow last night as the NHL's leading scorer.
Sean McCaff is right. He has when Phil Esposito got hot in that cup run in the playoffs, that's what he's got right now. He has and even a type of goals, guy in front of the net, although Esposito had that long stick. Kreider is just Johnny on the spot, man. He's netting these goals at such an important times, too. And in that Arizona game, dude, let me just talk about that Arizona game for a second. I don't know. You participate in the game threads more than I do. All I saw, the Rangers were down after the first period. But, man, the lifeboats. People, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. I can't watch this. What?
Look, we're a tough crowd in that game thread, in those game threads.
But why are people leaving, saying I can't watch this?
Oh, I don't think anybody. I don't think anybody.
There were a couple people. I saw that.
I mean, we know Costa punched out at 1-0. He always does, but that's besides the point.
We got to get a little bit tough. This team is first place. You're going to give up on first place. I know it didn't. Listen, the Rangers have struggled against Arizona early. And listen, I had a couple friends that went to the game. They were despondent. They thought they were going to go see there, and they were going to run roughshod over them. But they didn't, and but they came back and they won. And what they went 6-3, 7-3. Trouba had 2 goals. Jacob Trouba, what has he got? 9 goals now? 8 or 9?
8.
8. He's got 8 goals now. We spent the entire last 2 seasons bashing this guy.
Not me.
Not me either, really. I'll take that back. The majority of this fan base,
big portion of it, including the author in the chat room there. He's got to take his lumps on Trouba.
Yeah, listen, hey, we follow the team and we call it out when it's with shit, and when we call it out when it's good.
Right.
Sometimes maybe shit, sometimes maybe good, or the other way around.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
But he is fucking outstanding. Outstanding. And, hey, it's good to be wrong. I bask in being wrong.
I'm thrilled that I'm wrong.
Yeah, when it's something negative, I'm glad that I'm wrong. This is good times, man. You better enjoy it right now, because when else are you going to enjoy it? I mean, they're on top of the Eastern Conference on a team that nobody thought would be there at the start of the season.
I'll feel a little bit better about them being in first place when these teams catch up with the games at hand.
Yes.
Everybody's got games at hand, except Washington. Washington's starting to fall off a little bit.
Yes, they're having problems. You know how they have one of the worst power plays in the league?
That's astounding.
Alex Ovechkin, Nicholas Backstrom, Kuznetsov, and Carlson, and they have one of the worst power plays in the league.
It's crazy.
Yes.
We have one of the best.
And one of the best penalty killers, too. Penalty killing units. The special teams is fabulous, Sam. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, Mike, we just talked about the trivia.
Oh, Chef. Yeah, we just talked about the trivia question, Mike, like right before you got here.
Lynn Patrick in the World War II era. Scoring champion. And just wonderful. Now, did Barclay Goodrow with his I think he got his 8th or 9th last night. Is that his career high in goals?
I don't think so. I can look. I pull it up real quick. Real fast. Stats. Oh, it is, Eddie. Good call. That ties his career high.
Hitler was still around when they set a scoring champion.
Yeah, Roosevelt was president.
That's right. It's crazy, though. It's just amazing. Well, it shows you how pitiful this franchise is in its history.
Yeah, but it's not pitiful. It's like they've always been good, mostly, but there's just always been somebody better, whether it was players or teams. No matter how good Brad Park was, Bobby Orr was always just a little bit better. There was always just somebody just a little bit better, whether it was a team or a player. And that's kind of been their story for the better part of 100 years.
You know, before the first merger, there were only 6 teams in the league. We couldn't manage to produce a one play. Now I understand you had your Rocket Richards and your Babe Dyes and all these other guys, and all these you had Gretzky, and but they couldn't manage one superstar. Like Roger Bear couldn't get lucky one year. He didn't even get 50 goals, Roger Bear. The late, great Roger Bear. Oh, Joe. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. Again. And, it's just when they flashed that name, Lynn Patrick, I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, okay, so just to give you an idea, so back in the 60s, or at least the first couple of years of the 70s, when Gilbert and Rattel and Hadfield, when they were scoring all their goals,
The gang.
Bobby Hull was scoring 50 every year.
Yeah.
And then it was Espo.
Gordie Howe before that.
Espo won the gold title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years in a row. 60 goals, 70 goals, 68 goals. There was just always somebody just a little better. Always. It's crazy. But it's true.
I'm as the late great what you call it would say. What the heck's that guy's name?
Bill Chadwick. Good.
The other clown we used to have on the show, he's dead. The guy used to mispronounce everything.
Oh, Frankie?
Frankie. I went blank on his name. I'm positively elated.
I'm very happy. I had suggested that the Rangers go after Tanner Glass and Aaron Astrom for
Pleasantly
the third year in a
surprised.
row.
Pleasantly surprised.
Who I wanted them to get because he had like 250.
All right, that's too
Fair
long.
enough. Sorry, Frankie, I forgot your name.
God bless you, Frankie.
God bless you. He's smiling down. The Rangers are finally tough. They're nobody messes with them. Although
Andrew Cogliano still hasn't missed a game.
no,
Frankie talked about him 10 years ago. He still hasn't missed a game.
let me ask you this. This has come up, but I saw the people fighting it. They fight about anything about hockey. The Ranger fans will. This Keith Yandle thing, right? Tony Stanziano, one of his greatest standing points, is like, we should have never given up Keith Yandle because he had some productive years and we kind of fought around with other players. But anyway, he's about, I think, tonight, right? The Islanders tonight?
Yes, tonight against the Islanders, he will break Doug Harvey's streak. Jarvis. What did I say?
Doug Harvey.
Oh, him too. Break his streak too. Doug Jarvis.
Nobody cares. Maybe, I guess if he's just a Ranger fan and not a hockey fan, I think it does mean something, man. I think, again,
I think that's
another show. I'm not going to go to the game and stand up and cheer for him if it was a Ranger game. I'm not going to give him a standing ovation.
If the Rangers were playing the Flyers tonight and he was in the game breaking the record, you wouldn't clap for him? Yes, come on.
I guess since he played for the Rangers, I might do it. It means something to me as a hockey fan. I remember when Gary Unger had it. This is the Doug Jarvis. Like, who remembers Doug Jarvis? Well, guess what? I'm older. I remember Doug Jarvis. We could use him on face-offs, to tell you the truth. He was good on face-offs. But I'm glad for the guy, man. With COVID, how did he manage not to miss a game?
So the record is 964, right? So tonight, Yandle will play game 965.
Yeah.
And what's amazing about that is that from the time Doug Jarvis came into the league until the time he retired, he never missed a game. Like Yandle missed some games early in his career and then started this streak. Doug Jarvis never missed a game.
That's amazing.
I mean, that is amazing. But he did play in a pre-COVID era.
Yeah.
That makes Yandle's more impressive.
So, hey, God bless you, Keith Yandle.
Right.
May you make $1 million. Wait,
right.
You already do. Make multi-million dollars.
I wish you $1 million.
So, yeah, there was that thing. What else? Oh, hey, Barclay Goodrow didn't turn out to be Adam Graves, as some of us said he would be. But I got to tell you, I love everything about Barclay. I love everything about Barclay Goodrow. I just like him. I'm glad he's going to be around for a while. There's nothing I'm unhappy with. There's nothing. I know some of you guys are unhappy with some guys and want to see guys play over other guys. That's fine. But I'm happy with the culture.
I have some minor gripes, but
Well, I mean, let's talk about Braden Schneider first. I think
Okay.
Braden Schneider's look very good. What are you going to do? Because everybody was clamoring for Zach Jones. We saw a little of him. He looked okay. Start the season, it was Niels Lundqvist. Out of those three, who do you think has looked the best?
Schneider.
What do you guys think of the chat room?
Schneider, Jones, then Lundqvist, in that order.
Okay.
And two of those three look better than Keandre Miller.
Yeah, I totally disagree with you. But I will say that Braden Schneider looks the best out of those three.
Larry Brooks had a great line in his column the other day. He said the first time when the Rangers called up Ryan McDonough, and the first time he watched Ryan McDonough play, he said, "There's no way this guy's going back to Hartford," and he never did. And he said he feels the same way watching Schneider play. I think he's right. I don't know how you send it. How do you send this guy back to Hartford?
Yeah. And just again, I don't want to sit here. No, stop Howie with the Willie U because he's big and he doesn't hit enough for your liking. Let me tell you something here, folks. Let me tell you something. This is why I'm not going to go on a rant why Keandre Miller should. I'm going to tell you why he's not going anywhere. First of all, his defensive partner is having an awesome season. They're not going to break that combo up, despite if Keandre has the faux pas of coughing the puck up or coasting. These things I do not see. Or lack of hustle. This I do not see. It's not going to be. First of all, the Rangers don't hemorrhage goals. They don't give up a lot of goals. Now, a lot of it has to do with their goaltending being, phenomenal. Their problem isn't defense. And I don't think Gerard Gallant, who is a creature of habit, is going to break up the second pairing. So Braden Schneider, who in his 6 games has shown more than Keandre Miller has in 2 years. He's 22. Give it a break, Maui. He's going to make mistakes. You said to Keandre there. Welcome to Downtown Hartford. I like Schneider, again, for the lack of a better word. Great hockey IQ on both ends of the ice. So I just don't see it happening. But if it happens, I'm not going to lose my shit. I disagree with you guys, but I'm not going to lose my shit.
I'll just say the same thing I said in the group. I think he gets caught coasting on a lot of plays. That's why I said he should have a drink on his head. He's a coaster. And I don't think he's been so good that he deserves this internship learning on the job in the NHL in New York. There's no shame in if he has to go back to Hartford and work on his game. I think Schneider looks more polished. And I understand this guy's only played defense for 2 years. I mean, why wouldn't you draft him in the first round and trade up to get up? Trade up to we got to have this guy. But there's no shame in if he has to go back to Hartford and learn.
And listen, if it happens, it happens. I'm not going to go crazy. I just think keep it simple, stupid is not going to break up a winning combination. With Trouba having the year that he's having, I just don't. I don't know. It could happen, but I just don't see it. So now that we've
he's a coaster motherfucker. He's a coaster motherfucker.
Rangers got a good problem is that they have so many defensemen. I don't know what they're gonna do with them.
And a lot, and we haven't even mentioned some of them. There's more to come.
We got to get some forwards going. I mean, all right. I'm not going to read every comment about Miller because I'm just going to go off.
Here's my question about this team. One thing that I don't like. Why? And this is we've seen this a few times when they win. We've seen it when they lose. Why does this team always need a moment? Why does there always have to be a wake-up call? There's always why is there so many games it seems like we have to wait for this team to get a kick in the ass? I mean, that first period of that Arizona game was embarrassing. Flat out embarrassing. Why does it always take every night? It takes a hit or it takes a penalty or it just takes a big save or something. Why can't they just come out and play and give me 60 minutes of hockey?
Jim, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but there is an opposition that has something to say with this. Arizona comes in, they work hard, Sam.
Oh, Joe, do they work hard, Joe? I counted 4 hardworking teams about the Los Angeles Kings last night. Those tinfoil hat bastards.
Oh, my God. I thought I was watching Flash Gordon.
The Silver Surfers.
Yeah. Flash Gordon, Master of the Universe. I was like, whoa.
Oh.
So ridiculous. And these teams come out and they try to play the game that beats the Rangers, which is a tight checking, make the Rangers break out of their zone. But they really can't hold it because they stink. You know, like Arizona, it's all going to unfold. All the Rangers, if they start giving up some penalties, start getting some power plays, that's a death knell for the other team. If you take penalties against the Rangers are going to kill you. Their power play right now is so lethal. It's unbelievable.
Tis.
And even ever since Artemi Panarin came to this team, we used to bemoan the Rangers' power play. We hated the Rangers. Oh, another powerless play. The flower play.
Flower play. Flower play. Flower play.
Now, you start looking. You start getting really. You start salivating. We're getting a power play.
You don't go to the can anymore when they're on the power play.
No, now it's something.
No more pissing during the power plays.
No, you don't go to the can anymore now on the power play.
Stay in your seats.
Going out there with Rick Nash and who was that other guy we had for a cup of coffee that was good on the power play? Shit, I can't think of. I'm blanking out. I'll find it. I'll remember.
Martin St. Louis?
No, he was good. He went to the cut with him. A little bit before that. It was during the Torts era. Eric
Christensen?
Eric Christensen, you remember him? He was our power play center. It's not like that anymore.
No, he's our first line center. He's got great chemistry with Marion Gaborik.
Right. So yeah, I know what I'm saying. Like now,
that's how far we've come.
Now you got Adam Fox is commanding that power play. Kreider's in front of the net. Panarin's a sick passer. Zibanejad taking that one-timer that never works. I mean, you got it all now. You got Panarin playing the point. I mean, it's a lot of, it's a lot of oomph, and we don't even talk about how bad the power play is anymore. We used to always kill the power play. How many games did that cost us? So going back, just rerouting all the way back to your point, the Rangers are finding ways to win even after these bad, horrendous starts.
Dr. B. Patience. The doctor needs patience.
Dr. Kill Patient.
Dr. Kill Patient.
I mean, now it is just amazing. And you look forward to it. And as far as the other teams, they come out, they want to play the Rangers tough. Rangers are not always, especially recently, been up to like, hey, wake up, fellas. There's a game being played here. And thank God they have Shesterkin to bail their asses out until the magic begins. The magic show begins. But in the course of an 82-game season, you're going to have a lot of games. It's how you finish them And so far, it's working. But yes, I agree. I mean, you can't let Arizona outshoot you like 15-2 in the first period. I mean, give me a break.
Right.
10-8, not a total of domination. There's a Dr.
There's a live look at Dr. B with a patient listening to our show.
Look, there he is. Darwin Bushman. That works. So that's my answer to that question. But you're right. But it's good times, man. It makes for some exciting hockey. And the way they're winning these games. Now, yeah, I know what you guys. Now everybody's talking about Gallant's choice of not starting Shesterkin against Carolina and having him have Georgiev face Arizona. Now, what?
Dumb.
You thought it was dumb?
Dumb.
I
got the numbers. I got the numbers to back it up.
What?
It was dumb. I got the numbers to back it up.
Okay.
And it's just stupid.
Enlighten me. Oh, I love when you say stupid like that.
Stupid. Hold on, let me open my phone here. This is from Chris Johnert. Thank you for sending me this. The New York Rangers are 8-11-2 against the top half of the league, but are 8-4-1 when Shesterkin's in the net.
Ooh.
So this bozo plays Georgiev.
Well, wasn't it back-to-back?
So what? So play Shesterkin against Carolina and play Georgiev against Phoenix. TDA took one look at Georgiev, and it was like me and you looking at a box of ring dings. and Dr. McCoy said it best.
You don't leave your prize stallion in the stable.
You're goddamn right you don't. You don't run the Kentucky Derby with Secretariat in the stable while you're on Papa's mustache. Come on.
Come on.
Dumb.
I mean, was it a must-win for the Rangers to prove to all you people out there?
What are you calling you people? That's racist.
Oh, sorry, okay. It was to prove to the Ranger fans we could beat a good team with our best. Get the team.
Excuse me while I whip this house.
If I'm looking at the schedule and I got Carolina on a Friday night and we're playing for first place, I don't care if it's January, if it's October, I don't care if it's April. I'm putting my best player on the ice. Did he sit Zibanejad to play Tim Kettinger because it's back-to-back nights?
Yeah,
Get out of here. It was dumb. It was a dumb move.
Okay.
Come on. Be like the Chiefs starting Dave Craig instead of Patrick Mahomes on Sunday because we got to play next week. We want to save him. What are we saving him for? Dumb.
Does get hurt
for Phoenix, who if they didn't have their wake up call, they would have lost to Phoenix on Saturday night.
What was the wake up call?
Oh, I don't know.
They figured out they were playing Phoenix.
They figured out they were playing Phoenix.
Look at us. Look at that. Who's that guy? All right. Well, I listen.
Which guy?
I didn't. What?
You said who's that guy?
Oh, you meant like any of the Arizona players.
Oh, yeah.
Other than Clayton Keller, I couldn't, and Jacob Chikrin, who is now being talked about. Can we resolve this? Because there was a ballyhoo, a firefight, as we say, on our Facebook page about the Rangers acquiring Jacob Chikrin.
Right.
I can just tell you, I know none of the nuances of this. You could.
I guess it was speculated on by I think Jeff Marek on his podcast. So
what podcast is that?
I can't remember the name of it.
Blueshirt Barbecue?
That's the one. No. Up in Canada, I guess. But anyway, he speculated on Chikrin being traded and said that the Rangers might be involved or whatever. So, of course, speculation means that the bloggers out there have to turn it into an article and present it to present it as, oh, the Rangers are going to get Chychrun any minute now. It's a done. I'm hearing it's a done deal.
Impact is imminent.
Let me let you guys in on a little secret, okay? For those of you listening around the world, in Egypt, Japan, Australia, the Philippines, wherever you are right now, I'm going to let you in on a secret. When a blogger tells you he has a source, he's full of shit, okay? If a blogger had a source, guess what? He wouldn't be a blogger. Ranger bloggers don't have sources. They can tell you they have sources. They don't. You know what they do? They have the internet. So everybody got all up in it. It was decent discussion, but then you got that one guy who's got to come in there and lecture everybody about why they're stupid for thinking this could happen, and then it turns into a fight because you've always got one fan who's smarter than everybody else.
He's the smart fan.
Right. This guy that's got to post. He's got to post these manifestos in our group, these 12-page diatribes, because he's so fucking smart, and the rest of us are all so stupid. The great John Prestano is here. What's up, Johnny? So, and he's breaking down the cap, and he's talking about, first thing he says is, let's just assume that Miller and Christ, I don't even remember who the other player was. He said they're untouchable. I'm like, Keandre Miller's untouchable? What we're sitting on Bobby Orr here? So and that was like in the second paragraph of his manifesto. So he lost me there.
Yeah, it's like
that was where I stopped reading.
Right.
And then I shut the comments off because everybody was just arguing at that point. Because he's one of those guys that he can't just present his opinion. He's got to present his opinion, call you stupid while he's doing it, and then argue with everybody who disagrees with them and shout them down. So I just turned off comments, and now he's on post approval. So he can't put anything in the group unless you or me or Joe or Brian Attard say so. So Sean has a fantastic blog, Cutter, but you know what? Sean doesn't present you anything and say, I have sources. Sean just writes his articles and gives you his thoughts on the team. I have never seen Sean say, I have a source that says this about anything on the inside of the game.
Well, you are a little bit.
You should be honored. He doesn't give them out very often. He's not very nice.
You are a stuck-up author, though, still in his eyes.
Julian, I can tell you that one of those is one of the ones you just mentioned is one of those ones that will just take some stupid rumor out of the air and turn it into an article, and then I've got sources. Bloggers don't have sources.
No,
they don't. If they did, they wouldn't be bloggers. They'd be with Sportsnet or TSN up in Canada or The Athletic or whatever.
Okay, so let's entertain this for my sake because I'm not hip to the. Now, I know about Jacob Chychrun. He's a real deal defenseman.
Right.
My second question immediately: why do we need another defenseman? And my thing was, I would assume that he's going to come at a price. Now, again, I don't know the Rangers cap situation after they signed Strome, and was it?
And that's the argument is that there's just no cap room for all these guys. But I think Chychrun, even with all the defensive prospects, and he would probably cost them a few, I'm sure. But I guess the thinking behind the trade would be that Chychrun kind of elevates them to an elite defense, as opposed to
right
working on its way up type defense. But whatever, it's.
Does it? Okay, well,
just speculation.
It's just speculation. But that isn't the. if they land Jacob, I don't know. I don't know what the sides are, Sean. Does he play the same side as Miller? Does he play both sides? I don't know. Listen.
Right-handed defenseman, I believe.
Okay, I'm not going to war to defend Keandre Miller's honor. What I'm saying is, I don't think they're going to break it up.
He's not climbing a water tower to erase his name.
Right? Yeah. I think it's Gerard Gallant and Drury who are not going to move him because they did move, even though it was under a different administration.
Chikrin's left-handed. Excuse me.
They moved up to get Keandre. He's only played the. Hey, who knows? Would I take Jacob Chikrin over Keandre Miller? Absolutely. But that's just a straight up deal. I don't know. People talking about.
I'd take Jacob Marley over Keandre Miller.
Come on. And
Chikrin is an 18-goal scorer in the league. He's a 40-point guy.
He could do it all. He's legit.
Left side, 23. So it's not like we're sacrificing youth for age.
One of the websites is reporting is Eddie is Keandre Miller.
Sean has a source on this that Eddie is a Keandre Miller apologist. Breaking
news. Yeah, I mean, but the Rangers, when they go into this, you think the Rangers are real buyers when the trade deadline comes up? You think they're a buyer?
I don't know.
I don't know who else is going to be available. The great Phil Kessel will be available. You want him?
No.
There's a couple other guys, too, I saw that were. I think the Rangers are going to just keep status quo. Maybe next year when they really make a push to. And, one thing I talked about earlier, and you guys could talk about. Now, do you want Chet? Okay, now everybody. Here's this. John Kozic says Chikrin would force us to trade Lindgren because of cap issues. Now, I know you guys love yourself some Ryan Lindgren. Are you taking Chikrin over Lindgren? I think that would diminish too much from Fox. JT Miller, another guy, another Miller. How about a Miller for Miller trade?
No.
You don't. Now you're sour on JT Miller now.
No, I'll take JT Miller. I don't know. For Keandre Miller, is that what you? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that what you said? Miller from?
You take Mitch Miller.
I have Mitch Miller, Marvin Miller, Ann Miller, Miller Huggins.
For Draisaitl, he's another malcontent.
I take a stack of pearl milling pancakes.
Wow, how far? Oh, he's 10 million. 10 million.
10 million.
I don't know who's out there. I haven't looked at it. I just think the Rangers aren't going to be as aggressive as us Ranger fans want them to be. Well, they need to be. It's just kind of like fodder for us to talk about. But Barney Miller.
Done.
Good one.
Boom.
People are mentioning Kravtsov's name. There's a part of me that is holding out some kind of hope.
Me too. I still want to see this guy play.
I still want to see him play for the Rangers, but
because somebody I just want one first round draft pick to work out. I just want one of them to come in here and make an impact.
Is it that I feel like the kid really screwed up, and they screwed up. This is my opinion, and he's really missing out on a lot because if he would have waited his turn, he would have gotten his turn.
Right.
And that I feel bad for him, but in a way I say, hey, you know what? There are rules. We all got to play by the rules. And maybe he didn't understand the rules or whatever. But now that Sammy Blaze is gone, and I don't think
that was the other guy that was untouchable. Thank you. Sammy Blaze and Keandre Miller. Untouchable.
Sammy Blaze?
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Better off with Sammy Hagar.
They're in first place without Sammy Blais. I don't know what that push him to the cup. I mean, I don't get he was a good player when he played. Good. I'm not saying he was an impact player. He hit everybody in sight. The same thing goes with Dryden Hunt. I even forgot that guy was on the team when he was out with COVID. I was like, oh, Dryden Hunt, he's on the, and he loves to put him on the second or first line. He's one of those guys that, and again, he's one of those guys. He's okay, but like, if he's out of the lineup, I don't see anything really changing. You know.
And you know, we didn't even talk about last night, Kings game. Speaking of Ryan Lindgren, what about our old friend Brendan Lemieux there?
Oh,
Joe. Oh, he plays over the edge, Joe. He crosses the line.
No, Joe. He straightened himself out, but he forgot himself here.
That was a dirty hit.
Oh boy. In his defense, Lindgren kind of looked over his shoulder and then turned himself.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to, because I liked Brendan Lemieux as a Ranger. I did. Then I saw enough. But it was.
I've seen enough.
And I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't think he's a dick. But he is a dick. And I've got to just come to that. He isn't, because you can't hit somebody like that.
I was so disappointed that he got thrown out of the game last night. I really was.
As a fan or just the call?
I wanted justice administered on ice.
Oh. Okay.
I wanted Lindgren to get at him. I wanted Lindgren to get his shot. Lindgren don't back down. Lindgren's hey, look, Ryan Lindgren told Alex Ovechkin to shut up. Just shut up. He'll always be one of my favorites.
Right. Yeah, I mean that was really terrible. That was a dirty hit. There's no need for that, Sam.
Right. Lined him up and hit him right between the numbers, Joe.
Was it that game or was some other game? Some of the Rangers, I think Fox or somebody else got cheap shotted, and there was no retribution.
Phoenix. That was Larson.
Yes. Was it Fox? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gonna say I'm sorry. Somebody's got to pay. When you're a top team like that and there is nothing to lose and you're up by that score, I think the Rangers were comfortably ahead at that point. Or two.
Hold on, I could look it up and tell you. I could look up the penalty, I think.
Eric Larson or something?
Johan.
There
were 3 minutes left in the second period, so the Rangers were comfortably ahead at that point. The worm had turned in that game.
Do you think if Brian Leach had suffered that Messier wouldn't have done anything? Or Adam Graves wouldn't have done anything?
Or Mateau, or Noonan, or Larmer,
or anybody on that,
or Book.
Ryan Reeves should have taken that guy's head off at some point later in the game. That's it. You can't touch Foxy. That's it. I mean, and again, Chef Rob mentions it in the chat room. Goodrow is one of those guys who will go after guys. It doesn't have to be a heavyweight. Hopefully it's a forward, one of your extra forwards. Greg McKegg can't drop the gloves with Johan Larson. You can't hit Fox.
It was Looney, Kevin Rooney. Anybody.
There
was no defense for. I mean, nobody went after Lemieux after that happened, and then he was off the ice. I was praying he would just get the 5 minutes and be back out on the ice. I was just praying because the way he was mouthing off and yelling at Lindgren across the ice and yelling at the Ranger bench and something would have happened.
He's a bad
and now we're not gonna. Now we won't see LA again for a year. So
he'll probably be on another team.
And he'll be in the KHL. Alfie Pike would have fucked Larson up. That's right. Edgar Laprade would have.
Lou Fontanato would have.
Louis Fontanato would have gotten in there with his busted face.
The Greg McKegg, who's been playing pretty well, I gotta say.
He's not bad.
That horse face jackass is not bad.
Got the hat. Got the hat last week.
Yeah, I mean he's filling his role. You know, he's doing okay.
He got the Broadway bit.
He got the Broadway bit.
Is that what they call the feedback in the front of the horse?
Yeah, they spit the bit. That's a horse racing term. Jen probably knows them when they spit the bit. But yes. And now that we're talking about the other guy, he's driving me nuts. These line of guys, Lafreniere. What's with the stupid penalties now, Laffy? Taking dumb minors with the slashing. He did score in the shootout last night. I think he did. Not sure.
Lafreniere? Yes, he did. He tied the game.
So he made it all up for me.
He scored after Quentin Byfield scored.
Yeah. That Byfield made some move on Shesterkin.
Oh, Joe, look at this little kid, Joe. He's Quentin Byfield. He's little Quentin. Guess who he's rooting for?
Oh, Joe. He's wearing the wrong jersey. That's what Sam said.
Right.
I'm going to say something nice
Broadway
about
bit. Mike Carpenter liked that one. The Broadway bit.
I will say, Sam Rosen. How many insults do you think we've hurled his way since the beginning of our shows?
Millions.
Millions.
One
of the best calls I ever heard him make, ever, and I mean this sincerely, was the Rangers' Adam Fox goal in the shootout. It was fantastic.
Let's go get it.
You want to get it? All right.
Let me see. Hold on.
You might have been cheering at home, folks, and did not hear it.
Let me see. I don't know if they have video of it. Hold on.
I thought it was like a very genuine call and a very excitable call. It wasn't a lot of verbiage. It wasn't like him mumbling or fumbling his way. Now, however, do you have it?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You want to put it up on the screen? There you go. There he is, Dudley Do-Right with that chin.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me do it again because I don't remember. See, I didn't have the audio on. Okay, now we got it. Put it up. The solo.
There he is. Look at that chin. I love the cut of his jib.
And a chance to win it for the Rangers in round 6.
Did a crowd fan?
Fox against Quick. Fox fakes. Scores! Rangers win!
Scores. That's all we have to say. And he was perfect. Oh, Joe. Quick's 38 years old, Joe. What a career. I have to say, I thought that was a great call. It was very simple.
Now, I couldn't really hear him over the crowd noise. I didn't even realize the puck went in because you couldn't see it because you never saw the puck. The puck went up.
It got stuck.
And it never came. Have you ever seen that happen before?
No. Not where that got stuck.
Because, you kind of watch for the puck to go in and then come down. You look for it to be in the net. And I never saw the puck in the net. So I'm like, that didn't go in. That must have went over the net. What did he miss? And then the next thing they're celebrating. I'm like, oh, all right. Got to watch that again.
That was just so amazing. And because of the COVID or whatever it is, the normal people are back down low. And, the suits aren't around. And you hear how loud that building is now. And the Rangers doing well. And Lady Elaine, she thinks Adam Fox looks like Lady Elaine from Mr. Rogers. I always hate Lady Elaine. Disturbed me on Mr. Rogers. She was a freaky looking. I think I had nightmares about her. Oh my god! Yeah, she was a little bit scary. He reminds me like the Canadian Mountie, Dudley Do-Right. So Listen, that was amazing game. Crowd is so loud, and I loved every minute of it, boys and girls. I mean, and the Kings have been a thorn in their she is, Lady Elaine. The bait of Patty Duke's existence.
It really does.
Hey, how dare you make fun of Adam Fox? He doesn't look anything like that. Well, maybe a little. Who makes a puppet that looks like that? It was a disturbing looking puppet. That's a witch. That isn't somebody I want to be friendly to. There is a side by side out of a Lady Elaine. Wailing in that. Matt Morello's going to the game Sunday and Tuesday. Oh, boy.
See, this is why a live show is best. You're not going to get this on a recorded podcast.
We're all riffing it here.
What a proboscis. That might be the funniest thing Cutter's ever said.
Yes.
Second, right behind is Jen hitting on me.
Yes. Isn't it proboscis? I don't know. That's how Jimmy Durante used to say it. So maybe. Yeah. So okay. So anyway, so we covered that. Yeah, I was a little concerned about Lafreniere taking on some bad penalties, and even Micheletti it registered on his radar. But yeah, hey, he's scoring over in the shootout. I forgave. I got over it. And
Paul Sliker makes a great point.
What does he say?
We got issues 5-on-5. Can't score enough. Need to address that before defense playoffs. They don't call as many penalties.
That's true, Paul.
Absolutely right.
That is, they got to get their 5-on. I think that's a great point, and that's really an object for concern, because if they don't get power plays, they don't win. And so it's an object for concern, and maybe that's why they don't do so well against the really good teams, is because they can't hang with them 5-on-5, and they don't get a lot of power plays.
Right.
So we'll see. So, and let's take a moment out. Oh my God! Now you just threw poison in the well. Let's sign Evander Kane. Yeah, that's what we need to for the locker room right now, is to throw this gambling crazy man betting on the Rangers into the mix. Evander Kane. No, I don't think he's going to fit right now with these. That stupid geek that they show in the corner there, I talked about him last week. He looks like, I don't know, he's like he's the sophomore, a freshman in college. That this geek they have in the corner. Make your bed right now. He looks like Screech from Saved by the Bell. That guy. Get him off my TV. Get off that Joan Rivers thing. And now they got Patton Oswalt, who I like as a comedian and as an actor. Now they got him on in the act with the betting. Yeah. That's right. I don't even want to go into that again. I'm so happy about the Rangers. Come on, let's give a round of applause, a standing ovation to Igor Shesterkin. He's lights out, baby. I'm about to say he's better than Henrik Lundqvist. No, I'm not going to say that.
Retire his number instead.
Well, Friday night's the big night, right, big boy?
Oh, Joe, not a dry eye in the house, Joe.
I'm not even going to watch the game. That's what I'm going to give Shampoo Boy.
You're not watching the game?
I'm not watching any of it, even his pregame, postgame, nothing.
Really?
No, I'm only kidding. I have no idea. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think this is, they're making a big deal about this or what?
About Hank?
Well, how involved do you think it's going to be? We're going to get a video tribute, right?
Right.
I'm going to bring out, is Callahan? Is that what Jen's always
Callahan and Girardi are going to be there.
Who else? Is
Blake Como is going to be there.
Brian Boyle's going to be there.
Right. Brian Boyle's going to be there. Brian Boyle's actually going to steal the banner as it goes up and runs off with it.
Going to put him in net one more time, and he's going to get scored on by his old guys.
Right.
Jason Chimera, come out. That's true. Will Igor drop his stick every 5 minutes? Just be 77 said. But really, we got to getting back to Shesterkin. He is so great. He's leading the NHL, I think, in practically every stat.
He's up there.
I mean, his goals against is phenomenal. His save percentage is out of this world. And I think, what's his record? I think he's only lost like 4 games the whole year.
Let's see.
Crazy.
He is 97-1.
Wow, phenomenal.
20-4.
Come on, guys. We got a goalie who's 20-4, man. This guy, I love his style. I love the way his confidence is out of this world. And he was great in the shootout, too. He really was. And he's always been good in the shootout. So, 20 wins. Imagine he had been healthy the whole year.
Excuse me 1 second.
Yes. What's going on? Jim is getting his warm cocoa. Did you put my milk in it? How I like it? This sucks. Take it back. I'm trying to. I don't know about Marty Boron, but when you said Boron, I thought about.
Yes, I did.
I don't remember hearing tea.
What is this? A hot cocoa break? Cheers!
Avery is the best person in the world.
Oh, wow.
I told him to say that.
Was that your payment for getting your drink? You had to say Avery is the best person in the world?
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right. Now, John, I don't know if the Rangers have to go for it this year the way you think Shesterkin's going to be great for a while. I mean, Kreider, I don't know if he's going to be on this pace every year, but I don't know about going for it. The Rangers went from, look at that face he's making. Looks like he's watching Keandre Miller play a shift on defense. What's going on over there?
So I had my mug of iced tea, and I yelled upstairs for Avery to come down. I asked her to get me some more iced tea. Well, she goes upstairs and she pours Diet Coke over my iced tea. So I've got about that much iced tea and about that much Diet Coke. Well, you can imagine what that tastes like.
Oh, yeah, no.
And the face.
Yeah, I said when you made that face that it was like, what is he watching? Keandre Miller take a shift?
Right.
You're right over there.
An itch.
Okay, I
so
don't
Jen
know.
went to fix it, as she often does. She fixes everything.
You're having a convulsion like I had after that 3-1 lead that Arizona had, or 2-1. I was like, I'm ready to have an aneurysm over here. This is not the way it's supposed to go. So, any thoughts on Shesterkin other than accolades galore?
He's one of the best goalies in the league, and once again, we have been blessed as Ranger fans with our goaltending for the better part of 60 years.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we have always been and you would think the Rangers historically would have more success. Some teams have, they have look at the Flyers, man. The Flyers, they traded what? Bobrovsky for Voracek, the Columbus or what have you.
Thank you.
and they can't find a goalie. Carter Hart just not being able to do it. I don't know. I don't really care about the Flyers, but the Rangers have been blessed that their goaltending has been really good throughout the years. And it seems almost seamless. It seems it could be seamless. It was seamless, the transition from goalie to goalie.
Pretty much.
Let's see if I had anything else to talk about. I wanted to talk about. Want to let you guys know tomorrow I'll be doing my Rock'em Sock'em Hockey Card podcast. That's right. If you guys can go to YouTube, look it up, and subscribe to it, that would be awesome. The more subscribers I get, more I'll be, known around the circles. People think I'm somebody. It's a lot of fun. It's me bloviating for about an hour or so, unless you get tired. But now I got my cameras hooked up. Everything's hooked up. And so I'll be showing you some of the cards. So if you can join that, and go on over there and subscribe and watch and help me out. There's a Facebook page too. Also, we have a big viewing party coming up. Look at it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 days after my birthday. Yes. Saturday, February 26th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. The game starts at 3. Rangers are going to be going against the hot Sidney Crosby and the hot Pittsburgh Penguins. Don't ask me how they do it. It doesn't matter if Tristan Jarry's in goal, if Brian
Tom Barrasso,
right? If Tom Barrasso's in net, Roberto Romano is in net. No matter who it is, they always seem to win. I mean, you could have your Evan Rodriguez in the lineup. You go, who is he? Well, he's got 16 goals. Jeff Carter, you think he's finished? He's out of the league. He's doing well. Penguins always find a way. Now I think they have Malkin and Crosby back. How old are those guys? At least Malkin seems older than Crosby. I think Crosby came first. Ken Reggett could be in net.
Ron Tugnut
could be in net. We don't know, but join us at McHale's Bar and Grill. Let me tell you about this place. I went down to New York myself this weekend to check out the place. I've got to say, this is the greatest bar in the history of bars in New York City. This is a bar that is worthy of our presence, guys. So you have to come on down to 251 West 51st Street in New York, New York. Yes, it's right near the Garden, right near the railways, the subways, the byways, the highways, all that stuff.
It's not far from Rockefeller Center.
You can go down to Rockefeller Center. You could go on the ice there with your family, your friends.
See the Valentine's Day tree.
Yeah, you could make out under the Valentine's Day tree. You could swap spit with your lovey-dovey. Whatever you want to do down there. We got raffles. We got giveaways. We've been building up from the last 3 canceled ones.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff that's going to be given away.
Right.
And you get to spend it, not just me and Jim, but these lovely people in the crowd right here that have joined us in this chat room and who are going to listen on podcast. As a matter of fact, I forgot the gentleman's name. His name is like Valerie. I don't know. He's got a hard to pronounce first name. He's a member of the Blueshirt Underground. And the drummer in my band comes up to me and he says, do you know Valerie? And I go,
Kamensky?
No, not Valerie Kamensky. It might have been Bure, maybe. I don't know.
Bure?
And I go, I know the name. I can't play. There's a lot of people we've seen throughout the years. And he goes, he's a big fan of your show. He says he's been following you for about 10 years. I go, really? I'm like, that's great, man. So we have a lot of dedicated fans out there. And come on down, man. I love to commiserate. Jim loves to commiserate. We like to drink. We like to eat. And we like to see the Rangers stomp on the Pittsburgh Penguins as Gilles Malache gets goals scored upon him. It rains goals. John Newman's even going to be there. Oh wait, John Newman can't go anywhere. He's still got that. That what has he got? A new kidney, new liver. What do you got over there?
Kidney, I think.
Yeah, when you got those operations, you can't go out in that COVID stuff. You're banned.
Adam Bartolo planning on making the trip from Norfolk.
Wow, Adam Bartolo. Well, God bless you, John Newman. But Adam Bartolo, I'd like to shake his hand that was to the very first viewing party we ever had.
Matt Zenobia making the trip from Columbus, Ohio. These people come from out of state for these things.
And more
out of state. I come from out of state for these things.
Yes.
I got to cross 2 state lines to get there.
And we're going to have
Matt Morello making his first appearance at a viewing party.
And Matt, I've met Matt, and Matt is an entertaining fellow.
Valerie Bertinelli
will be there.
Is coming.
And of course, Costa will be there. And if he doesn't show up, I'm going to smack him because he's been calling for this viewing party.
Right.
4 years. Connor will be there.
Costa will be there. Connor will be there. If you are on Facebook, the event has been posted in our Facebook group. Please go in there and just RizVip, say you're going to be there. We'd like to keep a head count, let the bar know how many are coming. My understanding, we'll have our own room upstairs. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes. So please come on down. We want you there. Valerie Bertinelli is going to be doing the cooking. I have no idea. Is Valerie doing the cooking? I don't know what they're talking about.
She does a cooking show.
Oh, she does. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Also want to say congratulations.
One meal at a time.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know what it's called. That's just
one meal at a time.
Right, one meal at a time. One meal at a time. One meal at a time.
Want to congratulate Howie Sussman. Howie Sussman. Although we disagree on Keandre Miller, we agree in the fact that we are elated that Howie has found a new job, a new place of employment.
The 78th different place he's worked since he started listening to this show.
That's right. Well, I got to say, he's resilient, if not anything.
He's a retread. he's the Mike Keenan of accountants.
Wow. So, John Kozik has said he's not going to be there. We don't want to hear about that. We don't want to hear about people who are going to be there. Howie Saxman.
Right. I don't embrace problems. I embrace solutions. Don't tell me why you can't be there. Tell me why you can be there.
That's right. No, but we do.
Yes, Pat Harrington will be there.
Yes. So, and no charge, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't like some hooky faluki summit of the best blogs that we think in our mind are.
Right.
No, this is free. We don't pay for your drinks and food, but there's no entrance fee, and we give it away.
Sean McCaff going to be there? I wonder.
No, he's a little elitist. He doesn't like to show up.
Noted author. He should be there.
Okay.
So,
anything that's grinding your gears?
We do have a couple of calls.
All right, let's take them and let's partake in some sleep.
All right. There he is.
There he is, baby.
What's up, Costa?
Boom.
Let's break out the humble pie for Mr. Kreider.
Oh, he's got to eat some humble pie, baby.
Hey, we got it. We all got it. I mean, a lot of us got to get a little humble pie, you know.
Yeah, I admitted at the beginning of the show that I didn't think he had it in him.
Me neither, man. Me neither.
He's magic. He's having a magic season, Costa. I don't know. Again.
So what's the secret to his success?
Well, I think it's the Gerard Gallant mantra, which is keep it simple, stupid. He's playing. He's out in front of that net. He's not taking that lane shot on the wing that he always used to take. He's where all the action is, and now he's got guys like Panarin and Fox looking for him. He's depositing it. He's money in front of that net, and until somebody says, "Listen, enough of this," and he's a big guy too. That's what I think. I think until somebody puts him in his place and says you can't, rent this space here in front of the net, the goals will keep on coming.
The accolades for Costa.
Oh, how the fuck are you?
He's beloved.
He is beloved. I try to tell him, old Tommy.
It's good to be king.
He always thinks that. Costa, you are beloved.
I appreciate
and you ate your humble pie, which is good. You know who I'm hot on that Costa was hot on about 2 years ago? Morgan Barron.
My boy Morgan Barron, man. My boy Morgan Barron.
I need him more. I need him more and Heedle less.
Amen to that.
Hurt again, day to day. Philip Brittle.
Philip Brittle's hurt again?
Philip Feeble.
Oh, get rid of this guy.
Yeah, that's time for him to go. It's time for him to ship him out.
He's got to be grinding.
Heedle, Kravtsov, and plus for fucking JT Miller. Get it done.
I don't know. I don't know how many Russians Vancouver has to play with the Kravtsov. He's got to have like Russian babysitters, apparently.
Right.
Apparently,
we'll have to trade him. We'll have to send Nemchinov's daughter with him in the trade.
Yeah. And Heedle's just so frustrating. I mean, he looked okay for a couple games, but is that that's what the bar is, okay?
That guy is shaman soft, man.
I think he's wearing Gallant's patience thin, too. He's had a talk with them. It's just not working out, buddy. I've seen enough.
More year left on his deal.
Yeah. I've seen enough, Maui.
I've seen enough. What'd you say? He's got a year left?
Yeah.
Just let him walk. Maybe trade him. Maybe he needs some kind of new scenery or something.
That's what I told you. Cheeto and fucking Kravtsov plus for JT. Get it done.
Yeah, but Kravtsov, come on, he's a wild card. You don't know if he's coming back to the NHL. You don't know. Teams aren't gonna take that chance unless they could talk to him. Yeah, I agree with Patty Duke. Heedle's just. I want more Morgan Barron. How's he doing on faceoffs? Last time Jim checked, he was at 67%. I want a guy. He hasn't really shown any offensive stuff to me, but I don't think I really want. What you said? You want to put a Heedle in Hartford now? You're making reservations. We should make like faux reservations for Philip Heedle there. Hi, this is Philip Heedle. Can you book me a room?
In the Czech accent or the Slovakian accent.
Wow. I don't think they're going to know who Philip Heedle is down at the downtown Hartford Inn or whatever that place is. But, yeah, Heedle party of one.
The Hartford, it's always the 3 seasons. There's no 4 seasons in Hartford.
Now, correct. And you're a cap savvy.
Yes, sir.
Who are the guys? Is Kakko coming up for a contract too?
Kakko, but he has no arbitration yet.
Okay. And
Morgan Barron's 64.5 on faceoffs.
How many faceoffs is he taking?
2. No. He's 11 of 20.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Yeah, me too.
And he's built like a man, not like these supermodel Swedes we got, and these supermodel Ruskies we bring in here,
and these supermodel Czechs and Slovaks too.
That's right. Let's leave all those Euro trash whores we bring in here.
Here you go, Eddie. 3 players on the Rangers, 3 players on the current roster are over 50% in faceoffs. I already gave you 1. Name the other 2.
Goodrow?
50%. Kreider?
Kreider is correct.
Goodrow?
Goodrow is incorrect.
McKegg?
McKegg is incorrect.
Ooh.
Tamo Runanen.
Tarmo Runanen is incorrect.
Zbad.
Mika Zibanejad. 51.8%. 2022 is coming up all Rangers, baby.
That's right. That's why we pay him the big bucks to be 51% of faceoffs.
That's right.
And he's coming on. We were all killing him at the beginning of the season. Now he's red hot. Why does it take these guys 20 games to get into the season? I don't know.
COVID.
Maybe. Everybody uses that COVID thing.
COVID. It's the excuse for everything now.
Hadel feels like an old 22 rather than only 22. Yes, that's true. Because I've seen enough.
It's his 5th year in the league.
His 26th season with the
Yeah,
Rangers.
they're gonna justify
This is 26th season.
You know,
Time to move on.
He's been around as long as Steve Fischler.
You know, it's like anything else. They got to justify these fucking picks.
Well, guess what? We're canceling that.
Well, I hope so.
Well, they didn't waste any time unjustifying the guy that was picked ahead of him.
What about New York Ranger Mike said, what about Rooney? Is he up for a contract?
Rooney, both Rooney and McKegg are up for contracts.
We got to
Lock
get
him
Rooney
down.
back. We got
5 years.
5
years.
5-year deal. No movement clause.
$38 million.
Who knows? I like Rooney. Rooney has been an integral part of the Rangers. What a steal by the Rangers. So we'll see.
You know what? Honestly, I mean, I have to agree with Jim. I've seen enough of Miller.
Kevin Rooney.
I've seen enough. You know.
Yeah. Well,
it's you know.
It's
You know,
just me.
it's like from Mr. Robinson's neighborhood. That's what or Jonesy. One of those two fucking guys.
Schneider?
Lundqvist, I've seen enough of Lundqvist. Get him out of here.
Seen enough. Wow.
Played like 6 games.
Your 6-game evals are in. You know what? I feel like I'm the only one left in the trenches. Like everybody's abandoned.
And Nemeth, get this guy out of here. Get Nemeth out of here too.
I don't see anything wrong with Nemeth. I know.
Well, we don't really need Nemeth if Lundqvist isn't around, right? I mean,
basically.
We don't really need him.
I think Nemeth has done everything they asked. I mean, he's cheap. You got to have those type of plays. You can't have. I don't know.
Oh, thank God
they
they
improve on Nemeth.
Dumbass.
If they get Nemeth for Jacob Chikrin straight up. No, I'm just making.
How are you going to fit him in under the cap?
Oh, what are you, Jim Madden? What's with that voice there? Hey!
How are you gonna fit this guy under the cap? How are you gonna fit this guy under the cap? Huh?
He's coming. I read it on Blueshirts, UnitedWeStand.com.
If Cheadle and Nemeth go the other way, okay. Amen, Mike. Schneider and Jones the third.
What happened to
Zach
Jones? You guys
Amen.
all screaming in your jeans about him. Now it's all about Braden Schneider now, and they got Oscar Robinson in the minors. They got all these guys. Somebody's got to go.
Miller, Lundqvist, get him out of here.
Oh God, you guys just want like whatever. I'm not even gonna. I'm not.
The new flavor of the month. The new flavor of the month.
Yeah, I know. Really, these defensemen. I think, and I agree with Jim. I thought Braden Schneider looked the best out of all of them. Niels Lundqvist, if he's got some cachet with the rest of the league, he's too bony. I like guys, and he's not the greatest to shoot. He's not the greatest of offense, guys. So if you don't have a lot of oomph to you, I just can't see you make it in the NHL. So they got a lot of guys, the Rangers, and they're probably going to have to deal with them. But they need forwards. I don't know why you guys are concentrating on the defense. We need a scoring.
We need right wingers.
Who are right wings right now?
Me.
Jen Eberhardt.
Jen Eberhardt's on right wing.
She's one of them.
Avery's on right wing.
Goodrow. Kako. Floppo.
Kako?
Floppo Kako. Julian Gauthier.
I think that guy, that his confidence is shot. And same with Laugh. Their confidence is shot.
I don't see anything from either one of them.
Send him down to Hartford.
Show that sign again. That's out 100.
Send them down. Look, we can rent the 10-man party bus and put them all in there. And what are we doing?
Oh, please.
I think Kako picked up some bad habits to win.
See, this is where people say, New York Rangers, he chases people, leaves the players alone in front. Okay. Yeah, I can isolate every defenseman and tell you he's done something stupid during a game when a goal happens or something. I've seen Ryan Lindgren get burnt many times, but it's what you do other than that. Now, of course, also, he's been a key component to the penalty killing Nemeth. Nemeth and Trouba are out there and predominantly all the clutch, clutch down to the wire parts of the game. They're out there. They're depending on him. He's a defensive defenseman.
Who was the third pairing last night?
Hayek.
Oh, Schneider. Yeah, Hayek and Schneider. That's right.
Hayek and Schneider.
Hayek has just been left out of the conversation. I mean, he's gone. I think he's definitely gone because he's an afterthought.
Yeah.
The linchpin to the McDonough deal, and now he can't even crack the lineup. He's got to wait for like 9 guys to die in front of him to get 10 minutes a game.
I just you can't have all-stars. Every team has 4 defensemen. I mean, you're just going to have those type of guys. So anyway, I'm not going to litigate every player on the league tonight, and they're on the Rangers tonight. All I know is the Rangers are like second in goals against,
and in first place.
So they got to be doing something right.
Right.
It's not just all the guys that that are obviously doing great. It's the whole team. It's the whole culture. And
finding ways to win.
They're finding ways to
win. Unless a just absolute cataclysmic choke and just this playoffs. This is playoffs. Playoffs. This is a playoff.
Right. Let me ask you 2 luminaries why I have you here.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
I really. I'm going to ask you guys to chat, and I want your honest opinions. Don't give me any kind of jokes. When you heard the news that Clark Gillies had passed away at the age of, 67, I think, what was your emotions, if there were any, or thoughts on it? Costa, I'll go with you first.
Me?
Yes. Okay, that's a wonderful. That's it. All right. Okay. Okay. Series of grunts and moans by Costa. Let's go to the great Jim Schmiedenberg.
Surprised because I didn't think he was that old, and he wasn't. And then, other than that, I had no reaction at all. Well, I had no affinity for Clark Gillies, no emotional attachment. That's it.
I was very choked. I was verklempt.
What?
Like George Van Hunt. I was sad because here's a guy. Listen, there's nobody who hates the Islanders more than I do. But this guy was a man. I mean, he was a man. Like, he was feared.
When men were dinosaurs, you heard?
He was.
I mean, it sounded like he was.
Every player that played with him. And to see him go down like that, it just was sad. It was sad. Because I looked up to this guy as almost. Like, I wish the Rangers had him. And he was the one he stood up to Dave Schultz. He stood up to Terry O'Reilly, who in those days were the goons of goons. He was a guy who had a long fuse, as Bill Chadwick would say, on many occasions. I just feel like I was sad for that. Am I sad of his Islander legacy? No, none of that. But I was sad because I really thought of a man. It's like, I don't know.
I mean, really, no reaction.
Okay. He died. He died at the Big C, or as Costa would say, the Big Casino.
Big Casino. All right, Costa, anything else?
Well, I know it's still too soon. As far as playoffs, what do you think? At least they win at least one round.
They'll make the playoffs. Yeah, they win one round. What am I? It's not like I'm going to rewind this tape and look to see what I said. Yeah, they're going to win.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, well.
All right. We'll see you 1 month from tomorrow, Costa.
All right, until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Keep them moving. We got them lined up here. What's up, Connor?
So we got.
Connor, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. I got the COVIDs on Sunday, but I'm hanging in there. All right. So are we gonna do this speed dating style, or can I take my time?
Jim, I'll let Jim give you the answer to that.
I guess it depends on how serious the COVID is.
Not serious. Well, let's just say I'm doing better than Sammy Blay is this season.
Well, that's true. Thank God. All right. So what do you think? What do you got to say?
What else is there to say? We're in first place, and the Islanders are still the crackpot. So life is good. I mean, I'm happy that we finally kicked Jared Tenorti to the curb, and
oh yeah, we didn't mention that he got waived.
Yes.
Does anybody care? Is that even worth 10 seconds of our conversation?
Why? We added the toughness that we wanted.
Right, and a goal.
Wilson.
And a goal.
Hey, you want to talk about a guy who was a traffic cone? Jared Tenorti was an abomination of a defenseman.
Well, I still haven't forgotten about that Buffalo game that which
oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jack Johnson was a more productive defenseman than Jared Tenorti.
I think Artie Johnson was more productive.
So
exactly. But what can I say? It's the same as it is before. Where we got white hot guys, whether it's Mika or Kreider or McKegg or Igor, and we're on the upswing here, and going into this All-Star break, I think that I could see us going 3-1 in the next couple of games before the All-Star break, and we lost to Carolina, but thank you, Matt. Matt, I can tell you one thing for sure, which is that I will be better by the time the viewing party comes. And Eddie, please bring the shot ski so that way Matt and I can do a round off of that.
Definitely. The Shotsky will be in attendance. I can
guarantee. 3 weeks after you're better from COVID, everybody's going to line up to have a drink out of the same glass as you.
Good point, Jim.
Connor, thoughts and prayers for Matt Morello. Only thoughts from me, no prayers. Sorry. I only have so many, and it's only January still.
Well, then again, prayers from you would be a step down, so I think I'm good.
Wow.
You're better off with the thoughts.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, what else is there to say? Yeah. This is my moo-moo right here. Unfortunately, I can't smoke inside, so I can't do the cigarette to go with it. I got Randy McMurphy next door. But anyhow, so obviously, there was a column in the New York Post. Molly Walker wrote it, saying that the number one issue for the Rangers this year has been depth, and there's a lot of truth to that. Don't get me wrong, we have our big guy, the guys who are paying the big bucks, really performing well, but when it comes down to the third and fourth line, that's not helping us. And if we're gonna be buyers at the deadline, which it certainly looks like it, given how we're performing, I'm hoping that we get that third line or fourth line center, that third line or fourth line right winger that's going to actually help us out in the playoffs. I don't know how possible that is, but
I think some of the depth guys have done pretty well. I think Reeves has definitely done well. Goodrow,
Sure.
Although he does bounce to the second line once in a while. Rooney. I think McKegg's played pretty well this year. You're right. But can you see them bringing in a winger here and playing them over Kako or Lafreniere? I just can't see it. The way they're invested in those guys.
Yeah, I'm not saying we don't have good guys down there. I'm just saying that depth is still an issue, and I think that it's an issue that we clearly need to address. And I think that we have some solid. Don't get me wrong. We do have some solid guys. But I still think that's a place
they can be improved on.
Exactly.
The top teams in the league.
Oh God.
What?
Cutsy in the moment. All right.
Oh no.
Well,
I just want to say that the top teams are really deep. Like, for instance, like the Panthers have a third line that could be most teams' second line or even first line. The Blues are very deep. Everybody they throw out there has a potential to score, and they can play the other side. Yes.
Yeah.
So you have that kind of depth, and then you have the Rangers kind of depth where the guys plug it in. But I don't think they chip in enough goal-wise.
Right.
Kako and Lafreniere, I mean, let's call it what it is. I think they've been both disappointing this year. They should have made a little bit more steps.
Sure.
They should have all be around the 10-goal mark now. Is that really asking a lot?
I mean, it could Eagle/Miller line.
All right. So we'll see. I mean, yeah, I don't think the Rangers will be buyers. That's where I do. I think the Rangers are going to stay pat with what they got, but they do have a lot of chips to trade for. So maybe they can swindle somebody. I don't know, but you make a good point. They could always improve on depth.
I do hope though that regardless of whether we're buyers or sellers, I do hope we do keep guys like Morgan Barron, who's obviously shown a lot of promise this year, and I think the more minutes we give him, the better he'll get. And same for Schneider. And so I've done my 8 innings here.
Yes, Andy Pettit. Hope you feel better, man.
Yes.
Feel better.
I will, absolutely.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
All right, bye. Chris Johnert has announced that he will pass on sharing the Shotsky with Kana at the viewing party.
I think I will now, too. Maybe the Shotsky isn't a COVID-friendly apparatus. Maybe I will not have to bring. I may.
If people are going to wear a mask while they drink from you got to cut a hole in your mask to drink in the Shotsky?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or something. I'll have to rig the Shotsky with like a mask on it or something. I don't know.
One guest left.
Oh.
Yummy, yummy cupcake! Yummy, yummy cupcake! Fuck that! Fuck that shit!
That's right. There he is, Cutsy. Let me tell you, when the Rangers dismantled your Maple Leafs, I was happy.
Everyone was.
Your beloved Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner's back. Now, he did score in the game. Austin Matthews has got a road goal streak. It was snapped when he kicked the puck in like the cheetah that he is.
How about Ryan Reeves outscoring Austin Matthews?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with Matthews? He's got that porn stash back.
I guess so. Well, it's his lucky stash.
All right.
Rangers in a rout.
Well, here's the thing. Basically, it's just typical Leafs because like they have blown like 2-3 goal leads early on in the game, and they.
This isn't a Leaf broadcast. I don't want to hear you moaning about the Leafs and their problems.
No, I'm just telling you why the Leafs suck.
Oh, okay. That I will allow. Judge Geik will allow that.
Yeah.
Next. How great are the Rangers, Cutsy? Swear your allegiance.
Well, they're in first place, so I'm happy.
Take the knee. Bow to the New York Rangers. Bend the knee. That's right. Bend the knee. That's what I like.
Kneel before Zod.
I announce you, a New York Ranger fan, to the utmost degree in my eyes.
Yeah, you have to bow
Swear
down.
that Toronto will choke in the playoffs again. No, he still can't. No, I won't denounce. I won't make you denounce all ties to the Maple Leafs.
Well, here's the thing, though. They always choke, so it's like second nature. It's like, yawn. Tell me something else.
Hey, come bow before your king. Bow, you shits.
Yeah, I know. People call me that all the time.
No. Listen, I got nothing. Now that you bent the knee, that's all you got to do. In my eyes, you're just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
So you're just like the rest of us. Except
I was shocked you guys didn't really talk about that game much tonight because, like, it was the first one.
Another mosquito.
Another
Just
victory.
another mosquito. No need to give that game any more attention than it deserves.
See,
It's
I'm
just
flicking the bug. Boop, get up.
right. Mere bag of shells, as Jackie Gleason used to say.
Yeah.
Peanuts.
Well, at least it showed those Canadians, and I'm not talking about you or Josh Kimball, the Canadians I like, but that Canadian press who refuses to believe the New York Rangers are for real, and that they have to continue prove. They beat Toronto. We showed them what we were made of. We know there's only the best goalie in the league plays for the New York Rangers. Jack Campbell, he's second rate compared to Igor.
Yeah, true. That is true. I'll say that much.
All right.
Was that a Ranger hat you were wearing while you were waiting to come on?
Yeah, but my freaking head has grown, so it looks like tight. And I don't think anyone wants to see me in tight stuff.
No. That is the first honest and true thing you've ever said.
What did he say?
He said nobody ever wants to see him in something tight.
I can't argue with you there.
Although I know Jim has told me off air that he'd love to see you in some skinny jeans.
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't fit into them. I got big legs.
How's life at Canadian Tire?
It's slow because retail is usually slow in January. Not everyone has to pay their credit card bills and all that. So
Nobody buys tires in the wintertime in Canada? I mean, I don't get
They don't just sell tires. They sell everything but tires.
Oh, I didn't know that.
we sell tires.
Go on their website. They got pots and pans and umbrellas.
They got Malomars at that place.
No.
Love Malomar. Love Malomar. They have them in Canada?
Nope. I don't think so.
You've never had a Malomar.
Yeah, but we have ketchup chips and you don't.
Yeah,
They have those here.
They have them here. Once in a while, I think Lay's puts them out. But I think they're like a seasonal thing.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Malomar's refrigerated is a religious experience.
Is it like a Milky Way bar or something?
No,
it's a cookie.
Explain.
It's a cookie with a marshmallow on top, and then it's covered in chocolate.
Oh, okay.
And Jim, you like those things?
I used to. I can't. Honestly, it's probably been 30 years since I had one.
I'm gonna send you a box of This 20 minutes.
Malamo, wait a minute. Hold on a minute there, Babalooey. Hold on.
What's going on?
This is just gonna be another one of those moments. Get ready. Here it comes.
Oh no. Oh.
They're manufactured in Toronto.
How the hell would you never have a Malamo?
And not sold anywhere in Canada. So
Wait. Who is the?
Well, okay, wait. But Canada has its own version of the Malomars, and it is called the Whippet.
Yeah, Fever Puffs. Yeah.
Oh, you've had those though.
Why would they make the things in Toronto and then not sell? They don't think Canadians are worthy of Malomars. Imagine that.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked.
So you've had those Viva Puffs.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have.
Do you like them?
Yeah, No.
You have no taste, and please kick him off the broadcast.
Oh.
No, I'm only kidding. It's only a joke.
So yeah.
What's that banner hanging up on your wall back there?
It is a thing about.
Is that the Leafs 67 banner?
No, that's the Habs 78 banner. Because I bought hockey cards of the 100 years of the Habs, and it came with it. So.
Oh,
Cutter, you going to be there for my podcast tomorrow at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time?
Yeah, I'll be
I
there.
am going to bring audio-visual stuff to show you some stuff.
Oh, great. Excellent.
Yeah, you better be there.
I will. Don't worry.
All right.
Raul will be there too, I bet.
Okay. I did not like those ketchup chips. Have you had them, Jim?
No, I didn't even bother. I'm not a big potato chip guy. There's only like one type of potato chips that I really like.
Well, here we go. What are they?
Just Lay's lightly salted. I don't like a lot of salt.
Okay.
And every potato chip just has way too much salt.
No, I agree with you. I was big with potato chips when I was younger. I don't really touch them now at all.
No, that's why you hate me, Jim, because I'm full of salt.
I don't hate you.
It's okay. I'm just saying that you like lightly salted things, and I'm kind of salty.
Disgusting!
I know, eh? That's true.
All right, Cutter. Well, it was nice.
I do like corn chips.
I do not like corn chips.
Oh, Fritos. Oh,
Either corn chips suck.
Those are disgusting.
I love Fritos.
It smells like feet.
Do they have Fritos in Canada?
Actually, yes, we do.
Nice.
Okay.
Because the Frito-Lay's factory is actually in Cambridge. That's close to where I live. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
What is every major snack food company? Is in
Do they have
Canada?
Entenmann's? What about Entenmann's? They have Entenmann's in Canada?
Nah, they don't have that.
Entenmann's?
Entenmann's?
Yeah, nah, that's an East Coast thing, I think. East Coast and Drake's. You have
No.
Drake's?
Drake's?
Do you have Tasty Cake?
No. Well, we have Hostess cakes, I think.
Is Hostess still around? I thought they got bought out. What is this? Snack Talk?
They are still. Yeah, they're still around.
They are.
But they did get bought out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have. Wait. You don't have Entenmann's? You don't have those rich frosted chocolate donuts? Oh man, it's good
They're
stuff.
great.
Put them in the fridge, dip them in milk. Oh,
those things are
No.
great.
and the crumb cakes.
Oh, their crumb cakes are busted.
You don't have this?
I get agita from crumb cakes.
I don't think so. No.
Oh, look at this. I can eat a whole one
Man,
myself.
forget it. I'm salivating over here. Stop with this.
I can eat a whole cupcake by myself. I'm pretty sure I have.
Right down the road from me. I can pick up all this stuff. I can't.
I have several kinds of Oreos in my house, so like.
Oh, really? What kind of Oreos do you like?
Well, I have the original stuff, the double stuff, the mint, the cinnamon bun ones. Oh man, those are great.
Jesus Christ, how many varieties of Oreos do you have?
Oh, did you ever see the pictures Brian Attard posts on Facebook? He's got like 50 different varieties of Oreos.
Ah.
It tastes like a crumb cake.
Crumb cake reminds me of like
Oreos.
my youth. Everybody used to, every family event, somebody bring a crumb. I like crumb cake. It gives me agita for some reason.
Oh.
All right.
All right, Cutter, anything else?
I will not be at that viewing party because of the stupid PCR test I'll have to take.
I thought you can't leave the country anyway. I thought you're on like a no-flies list or something.
Well, I should be there.
flies
Just take a picture of me with my face, put it on a fucking dartboard.
We should make like a giant. I could get that done. We get one of those giant heads that you can get made at Staples of Cutsy. I'm going to bring that.
How about a cardboard cutout of Cutsy and you get your picture taken with him?
That's another
I'm going to
idea.
do that.
Imagine walking through the streets of New York with a Cutsy cutout. That'd be great.
We can feed him Malamars.
And we could take pictures of flat Cutsy all over New York City.
Yeah, we can do that. All right, Jeff. Well, have a good night.
Take care, Jeff.
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow, Eddie. Don't worry.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I'll see myself out.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'll boot you out. I'll X you out.
Formal. I'll see myself out now. You elitist.
No need to show me the door.
All right. We've done
We've
it.
said it all.
We've said it all. We've succeeded where others have failed. 2 hours of non-commercial hockey talk and snack food time here at the Blue Shirt Underground Show with Jim and Eddie.
Yes, 2 hours, commercial free, no charge, just fun.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to drop the level on the music. It was too loud.
No problem.
Our
Well,
producer
Jim,
quit.
Rangers got some tough games coming up.
They do. We got Columbus and Minnesota.
Minnesota.
The Seattle Kraken will make their Madison Square Garden debut on Sunday.
Hopefully they'll destroy them.
Or yes, Sunday. Then Florida next week. So yeah, some tough games coming up. Keep it going. Keep on finding ways to win.
Thank you all for joining us.
Yes.
Patty Duke, take care. Sean, Howie, Kevin Cosmo, all you guys. George Van Horn, shout out to you, my friend. And good night.
Eddie, always a pleasure. Take care. We'll see you guys soon. Good night, everybody.